Good evening, everybody. How are we? Good, good. The first thing my mother said to me when she held my screaming, naked and angry pink body against her chest was, "Oh, damn, you were supposed to be a girl." Before I launch into all the things my mother told me, I think I should give you a description of this woman. Have you all seen Home Alone? Everybody has. My mother looked exactly like Kathleen O'Hara, the mother from Home Alone, if she chain-smoked Virginia Slims and drank copious amounts of coffee. Now, my mother, the best way I can describe my mother, and to do her the justice she so deserves, is to call her the Beyonce of the bus stop. Now, she would come down while all the stay-at-home moms were in sweatpants and looking terrible, and my mom worked, and she would come in like a 3/4 length mink coat and with her makeup done, and she would kiss me before she put me on the bus, and it would leave a lipstick mark. And I'd be like, "Oh, Mom, that's gross." And she goes, "I'm just marking my territory." And she said one day, "One day we're both gonna miss this." I said, "Oh, that's sweet." One of the first memories I have of my mother is we were driving in this gigantic gray station wagon, and we drove by a pro-life protest. So my mother rolled down the window and flicked her cigarette at these people and told them to go to hell. And then quickly turned to me and started telling me, "You have no right to tell a woman what to do with her body." And I was like, "Mom, I'm 8. I like Optimus Prime." My mother, if we walked into a building without opening the door for my mother, she would wait outside. That's what she would do. She would wait until we came back, and then she said, "I'm not raising a goddamn group of Philistines." And I would say, "Mom, they didn't tell us the Philistines have a problem opening doors." I remember my oldest cousin, who was 10 years older than me, he was going to senior week, and it was me, my cousin, his brother, and my 2 brothers, and she said, "All right, boys, let's do it. We're gonna have the sex talk," with all the warning of like a nuclear missile coming in. So she lit a Virginia Slim, stared all of us in the eyes, and said, "Look, keep your pecker in your pocket." A couple years later, I was doing a story, a report on the 60s, and I said, "Hey, Mom, did you burn your bra in protest?" She looked at me and said, "No, I was too busy wearing it to work." It's very true. I remember one time I made the mistake. I said, "Mom, what was life like before you met Dad?" And she went, "I'm not your friend." I'm not your friend. Let's get that shit straight. Another time, I'm very claustrophobic, and I got locked in the Nifty 50s bathroom in Ridley Park. And I was flipping the hell out, and I was banging on the door, and she turned to the rest of my family and said, "Let's pretend we don't know him." But on March of 1993, my mother was not feeling well, and she went to the doctor. She was having problems breathing. And the doctor said to her, "It's nothing, it's asthma." That's what he said to her, and that's what she said to me while I was in the waiting room. And on December 8th, it was my 16th birthday. So my mother thought it'd be a great idea. I had a big party to grab me by the arm in front of the whole party and be like, when Nick was like 10, I used to paint his nails and perm his hair because this was supposed to be a Sweet 16 party. It's true. And you have no idea how little, as a guy who loved Wu-Tang Clan at that time, I was trying to squirm the hell out of that situation. But then she turned to me and she said, "I'm really happy with what I got, and I'm happy with the man you're becoming." I said, "Oh, that's very nice." On December 22nd, I was in school. I was in French class, if we're going to be specific, and I was pulled out by my guidance counselor. And they said, "Hey, your mom's been rushed to the hospital next door. She's not feeling well." And I didn't know what that meant, but I could tell by the guidance counselors, this sense of urgency that something was wrong. So it turns out that asthma attack that she had had a few months prior was actually a minor heart attack, and that she had suffered a massive heart attack in the time from when I had left from school to this point. So I had walked into the emergency room exactly as they were pronouncing her dead. So, and I think now, of all the things that my mother said to me, and the one thing she never got to say was goodbye. And I think that now that I'm 40 and I'm 5 years removed from the age that she was when she passed away, and I think about my failures, my accomplishments, the man I've become because of her, that I never got a chance to say thank you. Thank you very much.